He is healthy. What does he give you guys?
He's a dynamic athlete. I mean, he's explosive. I mean, he is an explosive guy that can turn the corner and can come off the edge, whether he's blitzing or whether he is rushing from a three-point stance. But he gives us some length out there, that we didn't have maybe, say, with Reggie. And so he can cover some ground because he's athletic and explosive, but he's an extra 3-4 inches longer, which makes a huge difference. So we're excited to see what he can do in fall. Yep.
Is Brandon Jennings kind of the same way there? Gives you a lot more length?
Brandon, yeah. That's the thing we're finding in this 3-down stuff is that length is important when you're taking on guards. In the 4-down, you're protected by an extra defensive lineman. So we got more guys getting up in us in the 3-down, and being able to get some separation to get off those blocks makes a big difference. And Brandon's got heavy hands. He's explosive young man. So I think being in the box is going to be good for Brandon more so than being out in space.
What do you think is the next step for a guy like Daniel Green, who started and played well for you? What can he do better still?
Here's the thing with Daniel. When I got here, he was a little bit of a waist bender because he was still young and learned to play with bent knees. And so, and his footwork has improved tremendously. So between playing with bent knees and playing with good feet has continued to make him a better player. And his block destruction skills are getting better and better. But, he's a disruptive guy. When he runs through, you notice it. And his angles have gotten better, out on the perimeter. He was losing the cup a little bit, is the term we use, losing leverage, getting cut back on, a couple years ago, and he's improved tenfold from that standpoint. So, and he's continually a work in progress on that, but it's a conscious effort now for him when he's out in space.
Are you the least injured position on defense right now?
Oh, I don't know. I would say D-line's most, and then us, because we don't have Nick out there. We didn't have Austin until a couple of days ago because we were without him for a while with the hamstring. Will Honas is just able to do individual, so he's able to do some 7-on-7. He shows some good things, and then Khalid. So I don't know. I think it's a toss-up. But I think the D-line guys probably got the hardest deal going. We appreciate some of the efforts that some of those guys are putting forth because, there's like 4 of them, and they're going every snap. So we got a long snapper playing DN. So Pipes he's my champ. He gets MVP in my book.
Yeah, what kind of talent has he shown on defense?
You know what? I appreciate. If you look out there at lunchtime, he's hitting the sled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not because anyone's telling him to, but he's just doing it on his own, and that's the kind of young man he is. And he realizes, hey, I'll be a better cover guy if I have some block destruction skills. And he's learned to run angles, he's learning to tackle, and he'll be a better cover guy in the end for it. So I think he sees it as an opportunity. I don't know if he's going to be in the 2 deep. DN, but I know this much. He gives us an emergency guy, that's for sure.
When you think of the pit,
the what?
The pit, what they call it.
Yeah.
Is it depressing to see those guys, or are you excited for the chance for other guys to step up during the start?
Yeah, you always got to look at the half glass full because we're getting a lot of younger players getting a ton of reps, and those guys are over there. I don't think they want to be over there. That's why it's designed, is so that you don't get comfortable being injured. And so you motivate you to, hey, I need to get back, so I don't have to go over here with Coach Drew every day. I don't want to go over there. I know that. And then he's going through his own rehab with his knee, and he and I are going through the pit ourselves when we're not at practice. He had his patellar tendon, and I saw him in there with Mindy running on the underwater treadmill. So he's trying to get his body back.
We're running the most reps at Sam linebacker.
Who's running the most reps? Crew, Jackson, Keenan Gaskin. We moved out there at the beginning of spring, and he was a will. We're trying to see if that's a better place for him. Desmond, we moved out to Sam. I think his skill set probably better at Sam than maybe at safety. And then we're looking at Sean Robinson potentially going out there, as a Sam backer, because that's the spot that has the least experience right now, because we lost Reggie, and then Henny was out there, and Wayne Jones and those guys, and so Crew was the only one getting any kind of repetition. So Sam's going to be one of those things that's going to be a work in progress all the way through summer and fall camp.
you said Will Honas is doing some 7-on-7 stuff.
Yeah.
From a mobility standpoint, does he seem like he's recovered?
Yeah. His lateral movement in winter conditioning and athleticism is really encouraging. And he's a tough young man. You don't go through everything he's been through and not have some mental toughness. And he's doing a good job. He's got a real good football IQ. He's played a lot of football. And so for us, it was just trying to get him to learn the defense, seeing what he can do movement-wise for us, for the trainers, for the strength staff. And you can just tell right away he's been around the game. So we don't need him out there trying to tackle and run into sleds and stuff. He's played 5 years of college football, so he gets it, as far as pad level and hand placement.
What can you tell us